cutting-edge technology to make the very best special effects movie sequence that we could.
Yes.
Ready for the cheesy bit?
Thank you.
OK, action. Nowadays, Hollywood blockbusters rely almost as heavily on the special effects wizards as they do on the big-name stars.
But these days, special effects are not the sole preserve of the professionals. A quick canter around YouTube throws up a glut of homemade special effects films.
But is the software that we can all get our hands on as good as the stuff that the pros use?
That's what this challenge is designed to test.
We were each given 2 weeks to create the very best special effects sequence we could.
I had to use only consumer kits, my own camcorder, my own computer and FX software that I could easily get hold of.
I, on the other hand, had a team including pro cameraman, explosives expert and top visual FX designer. I was the leading lady and, of course, the director. And my idea was to create a post-apocalyptic monster robot chase sequence involving me and a terrifying alien robot. OK, chaps, so we've got literally a day to shoot this short, snappy action sequence. I've got a storyboard here, so we don't start going off-piste, as it were. So I think we could probably start with me looking utterly terrified.
Unsurprisingly, I'd gone for something a little less complex. Only a remake of Jaws. This is Amy. She's a senior researcher on the Gadget Show. Geek handshake. Amy's role is to be the beautiful heroine, or sort of shark bait victim, actually. You're going to do your best acting, aren't you, Amy?
Definitely.
You're going to be screaming, shouting things like, oh, my leg.
Yes, ouch.
Yeah, that's good. That is good. The intensity is there. Now, you may be wondering where the special effects comes into it. Well, this pool, nice as it is, wasn't a beach resort in the States, so I intended to harness the power of home computer special effects software to erase everything swimming pool and replace it with open, shark-infested water. Well, that's the idea, anyway.
Back on my pro shoot, it was time to get the camera rolling. And action! As well as the skill of my pro team, I had some pretty full-on kit to ensure that my film beat Jason's effort. The camera I was using was called a Red One. It was used on Lord of the Rings, and its pictures are 4 times the resolution of HD television, which means it matches the quality of movie film. But at around 30 grand, kit like this doesn't come cheap. OK, happy with that?
Very happy.
All right, let's move on.
OK, Ames, off you go. I'm going to just adjust the camera. Give me a shout when you're ready.
No, we'll do.
I'm going to sort my shot out now. I was shooting my film on this handy little Panasonic camcorder. It may be about a 60th of the price of Susie's monster, but it's still full HD, so great for showing on your fancy home cinema system. Having a bit of tripod trouble. Nice. Looking good. Top quality kit, look at that. Get in the water and just swim around a little bit. Yeah? Is that OK? Lights, camera, let's rock! It's my signature director's saying. When it came to editing my film, I'd need to be able to cut out the pool and everything around it, leaving only Amy and the water. That's the one! Oh, yeah! That would be easier if the shots were kept totally still, so my camera was locked off during all the shots that would have effects on them. We're going to go for the first of what is the most important shot. That's you being attacked from underneath by a celebrity dressed as a shark. So, jolt, look around, down, stay down, stay down, stay down. For about 12 seconds. Come up, down. Up, arms, down. Costume, down. No, that is going too far. I'll have none of that on my set.
On my shoot, it was time for some physical effects. Explosions to you and me. For this, friend of the Gadget Show, Graham Brown, and his team rigged the tank so it would look like the laser beams from the robot had hit it. Then, we just had to rehearse how I'd react when they went off. Graham,
Bang, bang.
turn round, then you see the monster looming, jib up. Is everybody happy to go for one? OK, here we go. We've got one more chance at this. The light's going. You absolutely have to nail it this time.
Yes, director.
No pressure.
While Susie and her pro team rehearsed again and again till they knew it was right,
Impressed?
things were a lot simpler for me and my homemade shark fin. My mate Chris hit record, and I swam about a bit.
I'm too buoyant. Was Spielberg the shark in Jaws? Steve could do it, so could I.
I now had just one shot left to shoot, and it was the big one. This was where the robot fired at my helicopter and blew it up, and it required Graham to set 3 separate explosions. One to blow debris out of the chopper, a big dust bang behind it, and most impressive of all, the petrol-fueled fireball. But with the light fading fast, we faced a race against time to get the big finale in the can.
And back at my London swimming pool, sorry, the eastern seaboard, time was also running out for Amy. She was about to be savaged by my terrifying shark.
Got it.
Cool.
Great work.
With the explosions rigged and safety briefing done, there was really only one thing left to do.
OK, are all the mini-cams running?
All mini-cams running.
Everybody got ear defenders? Please put them on now. This is for real.
All running.
Everybody? OK. In 3, 2, 1...
That's Hollywood, isn't it? Armed with my raw footage, I went to top special effects company Red Vision in Manchester, who'd be using over £1 million worth of computing equipment to edit my masterpiece.
I, of course, had nothing like that. Instead, I had a chunky laptop and a spare room in my house. Now, while Susie's being chased around by a CGI robot, I reckon that the understated terror of my great white could be even more scary.
The first thing I wanted special effects guy Matt to show me was the monster robot he created using Maya and Studio Max 3D animation software.
Starting from his dormant position, so then he'll rear up and he'll walk towards you, show his guns.
Show his guns.
Oh, yes, all hell's going to break loose.
Clearly, this wasn't the finished robot. Matt's created a computer model that he can animate easily to create realistic movement.
You do realise that my directorial debut is in your hands here, don't you?
With my footage copied off the SD cards, I was able to check it out properly for the first time.
Is that my bald head? I tell you what, this software better be good.
But before I could actually do any special effects work, I had to convert it from the AVC HD format that my camera recorded in into a format that the special effects software could read. I was using Sony Vegas, but because it's HD, conversion takes 10 minutes for every minute of my video.
The software I was using is much more sophisticated than Jason's and much harder to master. The first shot that Matt and I tackled was the one just before the final explosion. We needed to build the shot from 3 different bits. Me acting against a green screen, a blank background, and the computer-generated sand spider robot. But putting the images together was only the beginning of the process.
I think it'd work a lot better if his feet were actually behind all these buildings. There we go, as if by magic, he stood a lot further away.
And already he looks more imposing like that, doesn't he?
He's going to look absolutely terrifying.
Terrifying? I'll show you terrifying. Shame it looked nothing like a beach in the USA. I needed to hunt around for some stock footage. That's images that other people have shot that I could use to make Amy look like she was swimming in the sea, not in a swimming pool. There are loads of sources of stock shots on the internet, but I found some on RevoStock.com that appeared to be perfect.
Brilliant.
What's that red box doing there?
Well, what we're doing now is we're actually tracking the shot that we filmed yesterday.
For the opening scene of my film, the camera moves to reveal the robot behind a truck. But for the reveal to work, the computer needed to know exactly how the camera had moved so it could put the robot in exactly the right place. The red cube showed where the robot was going to be in the scene, and by marking elements in the image that didn't change, for example, the rivets on the tank, Matt could tell the computer how the shot moved, which should have ensured that my sand spider was in the right position.
Can we actually see a little bit of the film yet?
Yeah, I've made a little preview.
And there he is. Ooh. Hey, it's good.
I'd reached the crunch part of my film. If this didn't work, then the whole thing was going to be a disaster. Finally, I had all my stock shots and my swimming pool footage into Vision Lab Studio, the special effects software I was using. Now it was time to get serious. Now, I need to select just Amy, so it'll just be Amy swimming in water. which I should then be able to blend into the seawater. Wow! So, that was one frame down, only 1,499 to go.
To make the robot really look as if it was there with me, we needed to get the reflections and shadows on it just right. Luckily, Matt had a pretty cunning trick to do just that. Using 180-degree still photographs he took on location, he could tell the computer exactly where the shadows on the robot should fall.
So essentially what you've got is like a wraparound of photography that you took yesterday with the monster in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's going to be lit by the lighting from the photographs.
Exactly. So once we've set it up and we're happy with it, then we'll press render, and then it'll come out the other end looking absolutely fantastic.
And it's the render that takes serious computing power. In order to watch the finished movie, all the special effects had to be generated in high definition and added frame by frame to my raw footage. But the 60 rack-mounted PCs containing a total of 200 processing cores would crunch through that in no time.
Rendering was the order of the day for me too, because I couldn't even see a preview without one. It's just that, unlike Susie, I only had 2 cores to play with. Look at that.
With the Pro Kit and Matt's skills, after only a few days' work, my film was done.
Whereas mine had taken considerably longer to finish. I think that's it. It's taken ages, but my film is finally finished.
Across town, waiting patiently in a plush screening room, are our 2 judges.
There's our very own Otis, a huge sci-fi fan with a massive knowledge of Hollywood blockbusters.
And then there was special effects guru Matt Fox. He's been involved with everything from Harry Potter to Quantum of Solace and The Dark Knight. The judges didn't know who had help and who did it alone.
What I've tried to do is to create a special effects movie sequence based around a shark attack. It's called Jaws Alike, and I hope you enjoy it. Suze, roll it! What I really wanted to achieve in my film was to make it feel like Amy was actually swimming in the sea, not a swimming pool. And with all the detailed work to cut Amy out of the pool, I think it really works. Also, the colour effect I'd given the film helped. Making it feel like dusk by changing the colour of all the shots helps blend Amy into the wide internet shots of the sea and gives it a real sense of drama. And as for my shark, well, that fin did me proud. Oh, what about that? So I was trying to build up a sense of tension. Do you think I achieved that?
Yeah, I think you did very well. It's a difficult one to pull off because there's just one character in the water. It's an unforgiving environment, but I think you did very well indeed.
The music worked very well with it as well to help build that tension, and I was very concerned about your central character.
Thank you very, very much.
No, well done.
Oh,
How was it?
The nice, the kind. So go and get him, Susie. Is that the one?
Yeah. Hello, chaps.
Hi, Susie.
You are now about to see my special effects movie, and I hope that you like it. OK, Jace?
For my film to have any chance of working, the massive robot needed to feel totally like it was there, chasing me. And it did. So all the professional tricks using lighting and tracking really paid off. Adding the camera shakes as the robot planted its massive feet gave a fantastic sense of its size and scale and really made it feel like it was only one step behind me all the time.
Hey! How's lights? So, what did you think, Matt?
Very good, well done. It was very believable, and I think there's lots of tricks that we used, and they were all working well, so I fully believed it was great.
I wasn't watching any of that. I was just really worried about your character. But then I guess the fact that you'd done all of those little things so well meant that I believed it more. So, you know.
So you both enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Very much.
Oh,
very
good.
well done.
Thank you very much. Great.
Would the judges go for my homebrewed classic or Susie's professional masterpiece? Time to find out.
OK, guys, we've made a decision.
Let's go.
Oh, this moment of truth.
Oh.
Nerve-wracking.
First of all, congratulations, guys. What you both achieved in a short space of time and on a limited budget was incredible. We both agreed there. Jason, what you did with the darkness of how you shot it and using the score to amp up the tension, we thought was brilliant.
And water is a very unforgiving environment to be in, so I think you did very well to tie it all together. Susie, your film, I think, shone for both of us in terms of the technical abilities, but more importantly, probably because we just didn't for a second not believe that that machine was there and you were there in that same space.
Yep, so the official winner of this challenge is you, Susie. Congratulations.
Well deserved.
Thank you, and well done to you.